Cyclone MMA. You guys, I don't want to make a video like this. I want to talk about MMA in a positive light. I want to talk about the fun things. I want to predict fights. I want to have fun on this channel, but I'm not going to act like this didn't happen. I'm going to talk about, relevant things that are happening in the news if they're happening. So Dana White is in the news right now. He and his wife were on a vacation in Mexico for New Year's Eve. There's a video of her getting upset with him. She slaps him. He retaliates and slaps her back. Now, initially, there's two camps. If you go on social media, which is always divided and controversial, there are, two ideologies here. And I have two messages on Facebook to kind of sum up the two different ideas here. Dana was assaulted, then he defended himself. Irrespective of how you piss, if you assault someone, expect something back. Then you have, doesn't matter how pissed off I get, it never enters my mind to slap a woman. It just doesn't happen. So Dana White must be a massive piece of shit. Now, Dana spoke further on this. He talked to TMZ and he talked about how embarrassing it is. He talks about how he always talks about how you should never lay your hands on a woman. And so for him to do this is out of character and frankly embarrassing, and he's ashamed of it. He explains that the main focus right now is his family. He wants to make sure his kids are okay. He wants to make sure his wife is okay. He says that his wife and him have apologized to each other and they're, working through it. And his wife has even issued a statement basically saying she's fine and her and Dana are fine. Now, this whole situation is a complete mess, and it's a terrible look for Dana White, and it's a terrible thing to have happen. And it's going to be a sore on him for the rest of his career. Dana White has a lot of enemies. He has a lot of people who don't like him. There's the whole fighter pay thing. There's the thing with Jake Paul. And now this is just ammunition he's going to have to deal with for the rest of his life. You have people calling for him to lose his job as president of the UFC. Now, it doesn't matter, but where do I stand on this? Hitting someone is never okay. Was it okay for his wife to hit him? No. But where the way I was raised is you never, ever get physical with a woman. You never hit a woman. And so Dana White, being this big guy who's on testosterone, and he's been in the mixed martial arts industry, and he's taken, different combat forms. He can take that slap. He got upset and he retaliated. And what I will say is, and a lot of people are pointing out, he didn't hit her back as hard as she hit him, but it doesn't matter. Where I'm from, you don't hit a woman. I think he lost self-control and did it, and I think that's wrong. With that being said, it's not right of her to hit him. You don't have a right to put your hands on someone. And I don't know. I don't know if you can call that self-defense necessarily. It looked like she was done. He got a lick in. It's not cool. It's not right. It's something that's going to hang over Dana, and people are going to remember him for that. Now, should he lose his job as president of the UFC for this? I don't know about that. I do think people should have the chance to redeem themselves, and hopefully this is something where he learns and grows from it. But it's definitely a gross black eye on the legacy of Dana White that is something it's not cool. It's not good. The awkward thing is Dana White and the UFC keep promoting this power slap league thing, and Dana White is just an open target for power slap memes now. So expect those for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Really the next 2 to 3 years. There's going to be a lot of slap memes. Yeah.